The other thing is that Indian companies have displayed a remarkable ability to go global, to produce products which can be sold in a global market competitively. And a lot of them are ramping up and making huge acquisitions. Now, VSNL, Tata's bought Teleglobe some time ago it's a Canadian company. Then, for example, one of our wind energy companies called Suzlon made a $567 million purchase of a Belgian firm which was making turbine gearboxes. They're all rounding off their capabilities. So whether it is in IT or it is in pharmaceuticals or it is in auto parts, you've got companies which are able to, and telecom. IBM had the global conference in Shanghai last year, and Mr. Sam Pamisano, for the lead speaker, he did not choose either an American or a Chinese. He chose one of our top telecom people, Mr. Bharati Mittal, and he said Bharati Televentures, which collects about 1.5 million cell phones a month they're adding to their subscriber list, sits on a rocket to the moon. So the idea is that Indian companies have developed ways in which, John Hagel III, he's a business analyst, he wrote a very interesting book recently called The Only Sustainable Edge. It was about China and India, and the point he made is that Indian companies are very good at managing assets, at producing and distributing material, and using technology to find new services. So if you go and do business with India or do business with an Indian partner, or if you outsource or use India for R&D, you will find that your Indian partner wants to give you not just an average user experience, but something that will really surprise and delight you because they pay tremendous attention to customer satisfaction. The third point that Goldman Sachs had mentioned is that there has been sustained reforms, which of course I have mentioned already. Now, even an organization like the US National Intelligence Council has said the same sort of thing, because they had a report which they produced last year called Mapping the Global Future, where they talked trends till 2020, not 2050 like Goldman Sachs, but 2070. And of course, nowadays, even if you wake up one of these analysts in the middle of the night and ask him what's going to happen, he'll say China and India are going to continue to grow. So you don't have to read a report to know that. But the point he mentioned was that India has the ability not merely to develop and integrate new technologies, but to leapfrog a stage, which you can see very clearly in telecom. In telecom, we went straight from landlines to cell phones.